Hey church family, glad to be with you again for another daily Devo. But first I want to share something with you. Jennifer and I just got back this last week from Israel. We went with Pastor Mark and the whole group to go to Israel. And let me just say this, if you ever get a chance to go, you got to do it. It has changed so much. I have actually stood where Jesus stood, prayed where Jesus prayed, and done all these great things. So now when I read the Bible, I can see it a little bit differently because I've been there. And when Pastor Mark talks about it, about going to all these different places and seeing all these different things and meeting different people and making new friends, well, I just got to say, I think he undersold it because there's no words to describe all the friends that I made, all the things that I saw. But anyway, I just want you to know it's awesome and you got to go if you get the chance. But hey, let's dive into scripture here. Genesis chapter 45, verses 16 through 28. And here we're reading about Jacob, who is the father of Joseph, and he's about to find out from his sons that Joseph is actually still alive. And not only is Joseph still alive, he's thriving. He has been in Egypt, he's running things, and he's just in charge of everything and doing great things. So what happens here is the sons come back to their father and they tell dad, hey, Joseph's still alive. And here's where he is, and this is what he's doing. Now this is key because now Jacob has a choice. There's a fork in the road here. He can either be mad at the sons for what they've done to their little brother, or he could just be happy about his son being alive. And guess what? He sees the fact that God is in this with them. God has been moving in all these different things, and he's just relieved that Joseph is still alive. I mean, how many times do we have this circumstance in our life today? Right here, right now. I mean, we come up to something, there's a problem, we get some news, and we have a choice. We can choose to be happy about the things we see God doing in this, or we can just be upset about what's going on. I have to admit, a lot of times, I would have been mad at the sons. I would have been the one that would have been, what were you boys thinking? Why did you do this? And you lied to me? I can't believe you lied to me and did this to your little brother. But not Jacob. Jacob says, hey, this is great. And guess what? Let's go to Egypt. I want to see Joseph. I want to see my son. I want to hug my son. And now everything's going to be okay. Of course, Jacob thought he was on his deathbed, and we find out later that he's got about another 17 years he's going to live. But what wonderful news he received that Joseph was still alive. And see, that's where we are. We can choose, do we want to see the bad in things or do we want to see the good in things? I challenge you to go see the good in things, just like Jacob did. Church family, always great to be with you. I'll see you again soon for another Daily Devo.